Hello everyone, this is Loopy and welcome back to Planet Zoo. I got bad news. The last zoo that I was working on absolutely bugged out as I was trying to record, and so I am starting a brand new zoo. This time I want to try and be a little bit more creative, and as you notice, this video is a little bit different than the last two. I'm doing a bit of a speed kind of build situation kind of thing going on. You may notice a few mistakes because I'm still pretty new to building, but we are going to focus on the starting area for our zoo today, and it is going to be the starter buildings with the guest facilities and the staff facilities and a Nile monitor enclosure. So that's fun, that's very fun. As you can see right now, I am just kind of like trying to figure out what I want to do with this beginning part. I'm probably going to... It's just going to be very, very simple. Very simple colors, very, very simple kind of design. Something that I'm not used to in this game is the building. So that is something that I do need to work out. Whereas you can see, I'm doing a kind of a different building than just like block buildings like I usually do. Kind of like a different shape, but I still need to work on how to do roofs. So the roof isn't going to be spectacular. But, you know, it's just a simple little building, I'm still working out the controls on how to build. As you can see, I'm figuring out how to place the window. I kind of figure it out there. But yeah, it's all good, So we have our guest buildings right here, and the plan is to have the staff facilities just behind. I am failing at figuring out what to do with the edge of that roof, so I kind of leave it. But yeah, so the guest facilities are there, and then the staff facilities, I was thinking of bringing it out that way, that's why I'm putting the path there. But I decided not to. I decided that I was going to keep everything on one side for now. Just because I've always left it to one side, the staff facilities, the guest facilities one side, and then the staff facilities go the other side. Well, I decided not to do it like that this time and put the facilities for the staff behind the guest facilities. So they're out of the way, they're a little bit out of the way. Not too far away, and, you know, so the guests won't get too frustrated about them being there, because they can't see them, hopefully. I don't know, I haven't tested that, but they should, as you see the setup come together, it becomes apparent that surely those guests should not be able to get view of these buildings. The Nile monitor enclosure, I wasn't sure where to put that, but that will go right next to the guest facilities. It'll be the first thing that you see when you come into the zoo. That was the plan when I started the zoo. I wanted like a little enclosure of something, and I picked one of the species that breeds like crazy for a small enclosure. So as soon as the first litter is born, I think I'm going to put them on contraceptives. Just because that is... Oh, that's a nightmare. That is a nightmare. If you play Planet Zoo, you can understand that in the beta at the moment, things can get a little bit out of hand with the breeding of certain species. Some of them breed like crazy, some of them breed less crazy and are actually difficult to breed, but not so much that you don't get babies. You know, it's kind of hit or miss depending on the species, but Nile monitors and warthogs, peacocks, I found are very, very, what is the word? They really like to get together and do their thing. Yeah, they like to get together, do their thing, and ooh, suddenly you got a lot of babies. A lot of babies. Anyway, the staff facilities are done. For this video, I haven't done too much when it comes to decorating, but I did want to do something with this little circle thing, so I've done something very, very simple. It's the first thing that you see when you come into the zoo. It's quite inviting. I find just flowers going around the outskirts of the circle. Nothing too crazy. I'm probably going to alter it later. As I said before, I'm not big on building. I like building. I do like building. But I'm just not good at it yet. I never played Planet Coaster, so I'm still learning the mechanics. And yeah, it's a learning curve, but I think what you're going to see in this video, I think with specifically the habitat, I think you're really going to like that. I think that's going to be something that you really, really like. So I believe after I put down these bushes now, let's just make it look a little bit more natural, a little bit more nice and pleasant as you come in, not just a tree in the middle of some grass. We are going to move on to the habitat, which is the main thing that is this video's for, is to see how to put together a Nile monitor enclosure, just like a small one, so that the guests can see something as they walk in. They don't just immediately get guest facilities, they get the animal first. And I will put an animal enclosure on the opposite side, but that is another video. That is definitely another video. Yeah, so the guest facilities, I probably will try and spruce them up as well. And the staff facilities I'm not too worried about. As long as they're hidden away, they look okay. I'm not too fussy, to be honest. Obviously, you want to make things look matchy. Not too matchy, but kind of matchy. And right now we're very matchy. Yeah, it's just how it is, really. It's just how it's gonna be. Yeah, you can just see me looking for what animals to grab now. I kind of looked to see if there's any available in cache. I looked through a couple of species just to see and gauge what I wanted to buy. A lot of the Indian peafowls were up and very cheap, but they do breed like crazy, so I can understand why there's so many of them on there. And you don't get a lot of conservation credits. This is worth knowing. You don't get a lot of conservation credits when you breed the peafowls, because they breed very quickly and they're very much in the wild, I believe. I don't think they are endangered or anything. You get more conservation credits for releasing endangered animals into the wild. Yeah, you see we're picking up the Nile monitors now already. I'm just checking to see their necessities, you could say. So savanna and rainforest, which really confused me, by the way, because I was looking through the nature tab for rainforest when I should have been looking for tropical, but it didn't have tropical listed, so I was very confused for a little bit. But, you know, that's just how it's gotta be. It's gotta be like that. I don't know why, but that's how it is. Anyway, we're building the barrier. We are building the barrier for our enclosure. And I was struggling with the barrier building abilities, but I did get there in the end. I got there. And it's not going to be a huge enclosure. It's not going to be huge. It's going to go around like this part here. I tried to make it as smooth as possible. It's not very even, but the wooden ones, I don't think they're able to curve, so I had to make a curve happen, you know? Whereas the brick ones, you can curve them. The red brick wall for the barrier, you can curve them. My plan here, why I'm raising the one side, is I don't want the guests to look through that side. I want the front part to be the only part that they look at, that they are able to view the animal from. Otherwise, you do get them kind of just everywhere around the barrier, and it's not really ideal. The animal doesn't want to be surrounded by people. That is just general knowledge, I suppose. Did you know that? I knew that. I don't know. But yeah, it's just something that I thought would be more, I don't know, more aesthetic as well. Because you've got the wooden there, and then you've got these buildings here, and yeah, it's just something that I thought would be best, you know? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out whether I should put more walls in, but I did not end up putting any walls in. So now we figure out what we want to put in this lovely, lovely enclosure. You see me check back now. I'm checking rainforest, and then I'm checking to see if rainforest is there. It is not there. I figured that out. Eventually, I decide to just chuck in some trees. No, I don't. No, actually, yes. I end up putting the animals in just to see exactly what they need, what their requirements are. I tried to start research for the mechanic. He did not actually do that for some reason. He did not want to start that. I think it was a power issue. I think I forgot to put the power down, so you probably see me do that in just a second. Yeah, see, all of the staff alerts are there. Yeah, that was a problem. I was really confused for a sec, but then the pop-up came up that there was no power. And I was like, oh, right, yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, you need power. And I put a water treatment down just because I know I need it. I definitely need the water treatment. Because these Nile monitors, they are going to need water, and there they are. There they are. You see the water levels on the right? They have no water right now, so that is right down the bottom. Their land is fine, but they definitely need the water, so we are doing that right now. We are putting in that water, and yeah, I kind of wanted to get the right shape. I didn't want it to be too much water to land, but I wanted enough water so that they could swim, and when they have babies, they have enough room to swim rather than the water be 90% Nile monitor and 10% water. So yeah, the Nile monitors, they require some terrain improvements, obviously, like any other animal. They needed some rock, which I wasn't expecting, but I put that down by the water. I'm not a big fan of the rock look on like flat, so I kind of try and put that on like the edges, just to, you know, steep inclines to make that look a little bit more, to make it make more sense, really. You know what I mean? It makes more sense to me. I don't know, maybe it's just me. After I put down all these trees, I do figure out though that actually this is too much for them. I didn't check during putting these trees down, but you will see in a bit that it is a bit more sparse. It's a little bit more sparse, mainly because they were complaining that there was just too much in the enclosure, which I guess it makes sense because it is a small habitat for them. It's not the biggest space. I mean, probably people for Nile monitors would make a bigger space, but I feel like this would be neat. And here they are. Look, I've actually finished this at this point. I believe I was just figuring out the fence a little bit more, but their enclosure is mainly done, which is amazing. So I'm trying to get the heights right, trying to make sure the barrier at the front was low enough so that the kids could see, because I was getting some of the thoughts from the guests, and they were literally just complaining that the view was, well, not complaining, but they were saying that the view was fine, I guess, quotation marks, fine, I guess. And I was like, come on, you've got a perfect view. And then I kind of lowered down and the kids could barely see. So I put it at the lowest point that I possibly can. And here it is. Here is the exhibit. I really am happy with this. I've never put that much effort into exhibits. So this is something. I'm really happy with how this looks, the guest side and the staff facility. It could look a lot worse. It was very simple. This is supposed to be very simple to build as well in general. So I'm happy with that. It's not the best looking stuff that you ever see, but the exhibit, I think that looks good. And I think that is the perfect kind of setting, the perfect kind of layout that you need for the Nile monitors, really. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different to any other video I've done, but maybe we'll continue like this for Planet Zoo. I think it works out. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could like, comment, subscribe, share this video, I'd really appreciate that too. And I will see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye bye.